Hello everyone! Thank goodness we got lots of photos and film this week. It means we can now tell the story of Day 8 pretty well. Although of course, much better had we actually been there. The day began with news that Yutakayama, as it turned out, had not found a miracle bathroom cure for his injury and, consequently, pulled out. We assume for the rest of the tournament, but in these hokey-cokey days of sudden comebacks, who knows? In addition to the physical pain of a damaged right anterior tibiofibular ligament, came the emotional pain of losing his chance to fight chief rival Asanoyama today. The Ozeki, courtesy of that default win, now moves to 5-3. In matches that actually did take place, Chiyotairyu tried and failed to beat Kaisei for the first time in 7 years and 13 tries. Again, failing to dislodge the Brazilian's giant frame and getting wedged in it. Injured Kotoshoho couldn't plant his left leg at all against Hoshoryu, and despite adopting his coveted waltz position, finished up easily forced out. But also injured Ishiura pulled off Sumo's latest comeback surprise with an impressive inner arm throwdown of Shimano Umi. Although he told NHK, "My ankle is not completely better, but I can do sumo on it, so I'm here," he snubbed the print media, proof, perhaps, that their sensationalist reporting of his training area fight in January still touches a raw nerve. Meanwhile, Tobizaru danced Sumo's version of a can-can in front of Sadano Umi, but dazzled more than he delivered, falling to a second defeat. "I was doing all right until midway. Then I just dug a hole for myself with those wild kicks," said the little man. "But I could still attack well, and I want to continue in that vein, whilst keeping concentration." Amazingly though, the other two leaders also lost. Kotoshoho was upended by Ichinojo's signature outer arm throw. It was his first ever defeat to the Mongolian, who is having one of his less lethargic tournaments. "It wasn't too great of me just to give him the outside grip," lamented the youngster. "I want to keep my cool though, one fight at a time." And in the day's final bout, Takayasu was slapped down at the Tachi-ai by former Ozeki rival Tochinoshin. Had the Georgian managed to do that 18 months ago, how sumo history might have been changed. Obviously, Takayasu is not going to say anything, but Tochinoshin told us, "Look, I didn't plan that. I just went with the flow. You know me. I wanted to fight in my usual style." Asked if he was conscious of 8 wrestlers on his side of the dohyo having won before him, he replied, "What? No." Coach Takadagawa, who is of similar height to Takayasu, said, "The Ozeki likes to hit upwards and apply the scoop while going forwards, but his body was just pitching forward too much. He overcommitted with the thrust and failed to stay on his feet." Sumo chairman Hakaku added, "Somewhere in his brain he'll have countenanced the sidestep, but being the thruster he is, he's obviously imagined just blasting his opponent out. With his head-first charge and thrusting style, he's going to lose some bouts like that. The important thing is how he moves on from this tomorrow." So, whereas everyone on 6 wins lost, 6 men on 5 wins won, meaning there are an incredible 9 leaders at the halfway stage. Terunofuji, who defeated Tamawashi for his 6th win, said, "I was only thinking about riding out his throat holds and driving forward. It's obviously far from over yet, just let me focus on the man in front of me each day." Onosho also made it 6 with a commanding knockdown of Ryuden. "I just kept my cool and hit upwards. My mindset remains the same as before. Approach each match with a cool head," he said. Takayasu may have few better chances to win the title after beating Terutsuyoshi by slapdown. "I'm plodding along. Even when I lose, I reflect on what happened and try to maximize what I've learned the following day," he told reporters. "This afternoon, I just gritted my teeth until I established my favorite stance. I've just got to keep on doing my best each day." Shodai is also on 6 wins after pushing out Myogiryu from behind. It was great I could somehow navigate the rope and stay in, he said. I'm not thinking about the title chase, simply getting a winning score. Wakataka Kage made it 19 wins from 26 by forcing out Terunofuji. I know he's going to come at me with the inside left, so I moved my body in such a way as to thwart that, he revealed. My third son was born this January, so I have to do my best for him. The 9th man on 6 wins is Kiribayama. No social distancing on the leaderboard then. It's the first time in 17 years that such a huge number of men have been in the lead on the middle Sunday. Just the 4th time in 71 years that the midway leaders already have 2 defeats. East may have routed West today in a manner which would have had Biggie Smalls taunting Tupac, but top and bottom of the Division 1 rankings chart have seldom been more equally matched. To our wrestlers I say, keep your head up and hypnotize us with your sumo tomorrow.